Hey guys, before I jump into Game 67, a couple of quick announcements. Number one is I'd like to apologize for skipping my regular videos last week. I've had to skip a couple of weeks in the past. It doesn't happen too often, but it has for a variety of reasons. And usually I try to at least announce beforehand if that is going to happen, and I completely forgot to do that last week, so I'd like to apologize for that. I'd also like to thank a couple of very kind folks who reached out just with some concern and making sure everything is okay. I'm happy to report that everything is absolutely okay. I was just dealing with a combination of work and personal stuff and didn't have time to record videos, and it completely escaped me to make an announcement. So that was the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing I wanted to say is, like I said, everything is totally okay, but I am still dealing with some of this personal stuff, and it will probably be ongoing for a little bit going forward. So there may be some small changes to my channel and my uploads over the next couple of weeks or months. The main upshot that you guys need to know is that I will likely be on the road for about 2 months starting next week, so I will not be home here where I normally am recording videos. That does not mean, to be clear, I'm going to be skipping 2 full months of recording. I absolutely do not want to do that, and I do not need to do that. But what that means is my upload schedule might not be as consistent, and I also might not be uploading as high quality videos. I haven't yet determined if I'll be able to take my full recording setup on the road with me, and also whether I'll be able to use it at the various places I might be staying while I'm on the road. So I definitely plan on uploading videos while I'm on the road. I can't promise for sure I'll be able to keep up with the same consistent schedule, and I can't promise for sure the same video quality, but I appreciate you guys' understanding, and I will do the very best I can. Either way, I should be home within a couple months at the absolute latest, if not hopefully sooner, and at that point, things should resume. So enough of that, guys. Thanks so much for your understanding, and let's now play Game 67 and try to take down BestBot. Alrighty, guys, here we go. Game 67 officially underway. BestBot is going to be first. Our opening rack is AEELNWZ. Also, while BestBot's thinking, I guess I should set an over-under for what is the number of comments that are going to be made making 6-7 puns, given this is game number 6-7. I want to say the over-under is 67, but that does seem a little high. I'd love to get that many comments on my video, so hey, if you guys can produce 67 comments on this video on game number 67, I would be very appreciative. But in any case, BestBot exchanges 4. Okay. Interesting. I don't think I have a play that gets sort of both the W and the Z. I don't have whiz, I don't have where's, no R on my rack. Don't have whizzin' or anything. Waltz. Close to a bunch of good plays. It's actually kind of a weird opening rack. Like, I don't have any particularly good plays. It just feels like I should have something better than what I do have. I might just play Zen, actually. AELW is not great, but it's not awful. I'm usually not a huge fan of keeping the Z early on in the game, just because I tend to like playing for early bingos to get a lead. And without access to the triple words or easy access to the triple letters and double words near the edges of the board, it's hard to score a ton with the Z early on. So I would probably be inclined to just grab some points for it now as opposed to holding it and playing something like Wen or Whale. I could play Zeal or Lays, but those are going to give back hooks in the double-double line and more counterplay than Zen, so especially after an exchange where the bot is probably grooming its rack. I'm going to play Zen. It's pretty good defensively. I think this is reasonable. Also, guys, apologies. I didn't have the camera up initially. I had a little bit of a glitch there. I think since I was doing the initial announcement, which I don't normally do, I had to change the layout and I forgot to add the camera back. So apologies for no camera there the first minute or two of this game. It should be back now for the rest of the video. But in any case, I opened with Zen. Bot is now thinking. I've got AEI LPRW. I was going to say I wanted an S for slipware. Didn't quite get the S in the right spot, which is unfortunate, but we'll deal with it. Don't think I have a bingo. Nothing with a T, an E, a D, or an R. Do I have a double-double then through the E? Not that I'm seeing. The important thing to do here, guys, is to not panic. I'm actually only down 37 because the bot exchanged to start. Its bingo is only 61. Like, I'm in a perfectly fine position here. In fact, after my next play, I'm probably barely going to be down. I think just something like this is reasonable. I mean, it's 27 points. It's defensive, but like I said, I'm only down 10. I don't really care. It's turn 2. Like, I can play defensively being down 10 points. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, keeps a good lead, closes a bunch of stuff, doesn't really give back a lot of counterplay. Could play wipe. It's also not a crazy idea. It feels weird to get rid of the E. I also don't hate the idea, though, of keeping an A. Potentially overlapping the Z could be useful, and there are a lot of E's still left. There's also a lot of I's left, so I kind of like getting rid of the I. Yeah, part of me does prefer wipe, actually. It's close. I mean, it does feel weird, again, to get rid of that E, but I also really like getting rid of the I. And it is 3 more points. And on the board, after either of these plays, it's not as if bingos are going to go down that easily. So EILR doesn't have a huge amount of value. So I'm actually a little more inclined to take the points here. I think this is probably what I'm going to do, unless I can come up with a better option, which I am just not seeing. So we're going to play wipe, and interesting draw here. No vowels, but I get the Y and the X. I have larynx plus a C. I don't think larynx is going to go down on this board. Laxity could be a good play here through the IT for 32, keeping C and R, which is a decent leave. Okay, Urace, interesting. I feel like this should give me something. I can put the X here. Unfortunately, larynx is too long. Oh, but calyx is an obscene amount of points. Yeah, that's 72 points. I mean, there's no universe in which this is not the right play. I mean, unless there's like some crazy double-double through the PE. Xylocarp or Apteryx or something. No. Calyx, I mean, this just has to be the right play. Yeah. And we pull a blank. Love to see it. Don't think I have a bingo here. Trank is almost certainly going to be correct. Scoring well and getting rid of the Q. Need an open I or U for Requinto. R-E-Q-U-I-N-T-O. Don't have that here. Possibly a 9 through any of the letters with wipe or deterges. Oh, there's a 9 into tools through the IT. Okay, not thrilled to see that, but it is what it is. Don't think an E or an S help me. Trank is almost certainly still correct. I mean, if I play QI, I'm almost a lock to bingo with a leave like EONRT blank. It's kind of tempting, honestly, especially with that C there. Like, I'm probably averaging 80 on my next turn, but at the same time, Trank is 25 more. And keeping EO blank, I'm still bingoing a lot. Like, I think that's just too much to give up. I mean, this leave is really good. But, especially, the bot's still up a little bit. It's often going to play probably on top, and then I won't be bingoing in that line anyway. I think we just take the extra 25 points, guys. That's just a little too much to give up. I mean, EO blank is obviously still a fantastic leave. Yeah, all right, we're going to play Trank. And I should be able to bingo with this. It's not actually as strong a rack as you might think, but I should have something. I have Begotten through the E. I see that with a blank B. I have a 9 here. It's probably not as strong, but Teratogen. If I can spell it right, there we go. Teratogen for 65, which... Alright, so both of these options will still play. Teratogen certainly better content. Probably not correct. It's going to score less and also open a big hook in the triple line with 2 out. So not thrilled about that. Begotten is 1 more point. Does open a big J spot, although it's actually not that big at risk. Like, J-O doesn't fit. O-T isn't a word. J-A is not valid in this lexicon, so that's fine. Yeah, I mean... Teratogen is definitely cooler, don't get me wrong, but it's clearly an inferior play. And I do want to try to win this game. So yeah, I think Begotten looks good. Let me just make sure there's nothing starting with an E somehow. That could be a double-double. I am not feeling that. Yeah, this has got to be right. Let's do that. We'll go up by about 40 points, which is a decent-sized lead. Certainly not foolproof. It's a fairly tight board, which I like. At this point, there is this Tranks hook that is going to continue to be menacing for a little bit because it's quite annoying to deal with without an S. Dang, for a second I thought I could play Oleic here and block it very nicely, but that would make RO, which is not a word. So let's not do that. Let's not play a phony 2. Bot has played Toy, which is a good play. I wonder, I actually probably have some... Yeah, I could play, like, Lance. That's 37 points. It's a cool play. I don't love IEOP. There's no G's left for Glance, which is good, so it doesn't create another threat. I mean, 37's a lot, guys. I could also play Topic, which is fine. It does open a little more. EEL is not a great leave either. It's probably a little bit better than EIOP, but for 7-point sacrifice and more open with a slight lead, I think I prefer Lance. I don't have a better play than Lance here, right? I mean, I could put a P there. I'm not gonna. There's no words with A and P in the middle like that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here. Banco doesn't work. Plants, no. Yeah, I guess Lance is all I really have in that spot. I mean, is there any way I'm going to come up with a better play than Lance? Anything through the XU or something? Exude, no. PE here is terrible. Topic, like I said, I'm not a big fan of. LEI, yeah, all right, I think I'm going to play Lance. Give me some consonants. All right, we'll take that. Very happy to see the S in particular, so I can now potentially play with Tranks. I almost have Ploides. Now if RP were a word. But yeah, I'm liking my position, guys. I have one of the last two S's. I'm up by a bit. Bob plays Foyne, which makes a decent amount of sense. Creating another line here. A play I see immediately that I think I like is Petty for 29. Well, actually, I don't know if I like this as much as I initially thought, because at first I was thinking I blocked the line hooking end. I do create a line with tops or taupe or topo, though. Yeah, I don't know. At the same time, though, guys, like, I'm not up that much. I can't be overly concerned about not creating lines. Like, the score is close enough. I could easily still lose this game without the bot bingoing. So I need to be careful about how I manage this. Like, I can't be making huge concessions here equity-wise yet. Like, I might just have to stomach opening a line if I have a play that does so. That's just way better. Let's look at some options here. Lloyd. I don't hate this play. EIPS is a very good leave. Obviously better than iOS, just for keeping the E, and also the P has nice synergy. It's a good balance tile. I could bingo with it. I could also score with it. Sets up an Essek, but there was obviously already an Essek with Tranks, so that's kind of a net even. I don't think burning the S is ever correct here. I mean, yeah, it's just too weak. The S is too valuable. Then the bot could have the case S and make a setup that I can't deal with. Like, the S is too good a defensive resource to spend like that right now. Yeah, I mean, Petty is 9 more points than Lloyd. That's substantial. I will say, that's a substantial amount of points, but it does have a lot of liabilities. It also could give back annoying plays here, like if the bot has an F, for instance. Now, you could say, well, if the bot plays with if, I could play with ifs on the bottom. That's true, but the problem is if the bot plays with the F, it's probably going to open the right. It's going to fork the board, creating a spot on the bottom and on the right. And I'm not going to be able to block both, and that could just create a mess. And I don't want a mess, because I am winning. Like, right now, I think the bottom of the board is actually more under control right now than it would be if I were to play there, which is kind of counterintuitive, but it's an important point to keep in mind, guys. Sometimes you think you're blocking, but you're actually just making a situation worse. It's a very common mistake I see. I see it a lot with my students. They'll just be like, okay, my opponent opens something, I must block, and they just immediately play something there without realizing that you're actually, like, creating an even worse problem. And I think that's kind of what Petty does. Now, it does score a lot of points, and like I said, I can't worry a ton about defense right here, just because I'm not up a ton, but I just think Lloyd is a better play. It's 9 less, but 9 isn't a huge amount, and it's a better leave, indisputably, and I think fairly indisputably it's better positionally. So that to me is enough to justify it. I am going to go ahead and play Lloyd. And I'm going to draw, not amazingly, pulling a V and 2 other consonants, although I do have the word Vespid. Yeah, and the bot plays datum. Oh shoot, does datum take an S? I feel like I always screw this up. Data is, yeah, it does, okay, because data is a word, and it's a plural of datum, and data doesn't take an S because it's a plural of datum. And it's like one of those very hit or miss things. Like some US words, or UM words, I should say, do take an S, and some only pluralize with an A. It's very difficult to keep track of. But yeah, datum I'm almost certain takes an S. I will certainly put an S on it if it becomes a good play. I do have an S I could use for it, but I think I want to be playing Lloyd's and Vespid here. I mean, it's 38 points. I think that is a reasonable use of the S, because, like, if I don't spend the S here, I mean, what am I doing? Like, I just don't have anything good through the U. I'm not going to play Dip and give back an even bigger line down here. That just does not feel smart or necessary. And yeah, Vespid puts me up almost 60. It starts to threaten to outrun bingos, which I like. Especially right now, bingos with either datums or ends are going to have to open up big lines on the triple for me, which is good. So yeah, I think we're going to play Vespid here. This feels... I don't love spending the second to last S, because that means if your opponent has the case S, the last S, then they can often set it up in a way that's extremely difficult or even impossible to block. So I don't love this, but I think this is too strong to pass up. So we're going to do it. I'm pretty happy with this draw, I'll be honest. And okay, the bot does bingo with Lubies, but see, it does give me, hopefully, some decent counterplay on the triple. That's kind of what I was hoping for. And the bot does take a lead of 12 points. And let's see what we can do on the bottom. If I could get the W here, that would be awesome. So the A has to go here. Re-on, that's not a word. I don't actually think I can do that. It's annoying. Can I do something? See, the problem is, I mean, I could play Ream. I see Ream. Like, that's actually might end up being what I do. It's 36 points. I don't really want to get rid of that E. Second to last E in the game. Got to think about that a little bit. Oh, you know what else I could maybe do, guys? Here's an interesting idea. Leaving the bottom open, which I'm definitely going to have some second thoughts about. Maw. Setting up Mon, there are no other hooks out to this word. AENR is a nice leave, too. I mean, I could bingo. I could also, there's just a lot of good scoring tiles. Like, I could hit a big play there. Man, this is very tempting, this move. Like, really, really tempting. I mean, I'm going up 16. I have a setup that's really annoying to block. And if the bot does decide to block, then I can play on the bottom on my next turn. It's probably sacrificing a lot to do so. The problem, obviously, is if I leave this open, the bot could play, like, Flake for 60 points, and that would suck. So it's kind of a risk either way. Like, I mean, Ream is pretty good. It's 36 points. There are not really any threats under the BIE of Lubies. Going up 24, 7 in the bag. I'm in a decent position. I'm not in an amazing position. A lot is going to depend on what the bot gets. And what I get. Like, there's a lot of heavy tiles. BF, HH, JK. So I don't love keeping the W here. Yeah, very, very interesting turn. I guess I need to evaluate, like, how likely is the bot to have a big play. I mean, there's some devastatingly big plays, like Juke, J-O-O-K. I mean, man, if it gets Juke down, like, I'm kind of dead unless I bingo. This is a very difficult decision, because, like, I'm getting low on time, too, guys. I do realize that. The two plays are so, so different. Like, they really couldn't be more different. Like, one of them is very aggressive, one of them is much more conservative, but they're both pretty solid. Man, Maul is so tempting, but... yeah, I mean, like, Flock, Hoof... I just think there's too many big plays there, guys, and there's too many draws that I just don't hit anything that great. Like, I think I'm in a decent position after Ream. Like, I'm going up 24... NAW, it's not great. It's not horrible with that pool. It's definitely not horrible. It's going to just be kind of a grind. It's going to just be close. It's the type of position, if I were down more, I'd almost certainly play Maw. If I were up, or like a tie game, I'd almost certainly play Ream. I'm like right on the fence right now. But it's like the more I think about it too, the more I want to play Maw, because it's more of a forcing line and I'm low on time. But I do think Ream, I think there's enough big threats there, guys. I think Ream is a better play, so I'm going to do it. And just trust myself to play this endgame well, hopefully under time pressure if I need to. I mean, I don't think I want to play a Ware, do I, in that spot? It's only, it's only 2 less. I do want to play Aware. Yeah, it's only 2 less. There's enough vowels left, and saving the M for the U overlap is really good. Yeah, I'm going to play Aware. Okay. Final answer. That's a very good draw, guys. Alright, I feel like I must be winning now. Like, that pool is horrible. 2 H's, 2 I's, 2 R's. I mean, is there anywhere for Hijra, H-I-J-R-A, or H-I-J-R-A-H? I don't think so. I mean, what's it going to play, like Haj or Haji here? Like, I mean, what if I just play, like, Monk? Like, don't I just win? I mean, this is why I really wanted to keep that M, guys. It's so good for that spot. Is there anything... There's nothing with the F it could have. I don't think I'm giving it any plays with the K. Like, I think I just win. I mean, I'm not going to be able to calculate every endgame conclusively, but, like, I'm going up 43. ABE is a perfectly solid lead. Even if I draw the J, I should be fine, right? I mean, I'm not going to get stuck with it. I don't really want to draw the J, but I mean, if the bot doesn't have the J, it's also going to have just garbage. And I'll be able to get rid of it. I mean, I can play like Jean on the left. I can play Ahi if it comes to that even. Like, yeah, this has to win. I mean, I just am not... I'm failing to see a circumstance where this doesn't win. Even if I draw JH, like, I mean, Friar followed by, like, what? No. I'm winning here. This is fine. I did get the J, but yeah, I mean, that's fine. JR draw here. Like, what's the bot going to do with AHHIIRU? Like, good luck going out in 2. What you need is a disconnected B and a V for Bahu Vrihi. And you don't have that, so you have nothing. Ahi for 14. Not sure what the upshot there is. Oh, setting up Oda, I guess. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So what I need to just not do here, guys, is J-stick myself. I actually think Verb is fine. Yeah, I like Verb, setting up Raj, and I have Ahi, so I'm not stuck. Again, the only way I'm going to lose this game probably is J-sticking myself or doing something really stupid. But this should be fine. Yeah, it's going to play Oda and High. I don't think it's worth it for me to block. It's actually pretty annoying for me to even block that at all. And this has 2 outs. This is straightforward. Let's just do this. Take our win. Yeah, it's going to play High. And now we're going to go out with Raj and take a win. 450 to 404. Yeah, nice game here. I feel pretty happy with this one. Yeah, I like how we played that at the end. Just kind of, allowing the bot to bingo and banking on the counterplay to be enough for us to hold on, which it was. Let's take a look. Obviously, with Scrabble, as we've gone over many times, guys, just because a strategy or play works out well in a given game does not actually mean it was correct. And likewise, just because something didn't work out doesn't mean it was wrong. But all right, the bot exchanges here. Yeah, I mean, Sui is a horrible play. Putting an S on the star, burning it, keeping DQ. I would absolutely exchange here too. Wants me to play Newell for 18? I do not agree. I mean, you can see it's very close equity-wise. Yeah, Lays is also a little bit better. I'm not doing that and giving back hooks and stuff with Blaze and Glaze and Lays. I think Zen, especially after an exchange 4, like an exchange 4 isn't like an exchange 1 where it's blatantly fishing, but at the same time, if your opponent exchanges 4, they still do have 3 good tiles. Like, that's something. So I think playing a little tighter is fine. I'm okay with Zen. Bot plays Detergis. I mean, it's a good decision to not play here because it floats the S. As it turns out, I would have had Slipware, so it worked out well. Yeah, I think Wipe is a good play. It's actually better on equity than WAP. So yeah, I like Wipe. I mean, again, just getting rid of the I is nice. I hate having 2 I's, and the E to me is not that valuable. Blocked saw turn through the T and under C and unerased, so that was clutch. Erase looks like a good play here. Luckily for me, it gave me a 72-point X-Bomb. Bot bingos, Trank, yeah, it's just too many more points. This is tempting, but it's just too many points. You got to do it. Bot plays Vega, Begotten, and Teratogen, so the only bingos. Yep, Begotten I think is correct. And the bot plays Toy. Yeah, Lance is just too many points. So far, very, very good game by me. Yeah, I like Lloyd here. I saw Petty, but like I said, I didn't like what it did to the board. Happy with my decision to play Lloyd. Datum, great play by the bot, creating 2 S-lines. Absolutely what it needs to do. Vespid, oh, I didn't see Sniped. You know, guys, that's an interesting play. I'm not sure it's actually correct, but it's a very interesting play. It does keep a V, which sucks, but it kills both ends and datums, which is like really hard to do. And it doesn't open anything on the bottom because ends doesn't take a back hook. This is like a very rare opportunity to kill both of those. Obviously, Lloyd's is still there potentially, and there's ways. The thing with this I don't like, though, guys, is now it can play something like here. It could play something with like Hup. If it plays like Ham or something, well, Ham would take an E, but like if it plays like HAO, sending up another S. Like, then what am I going to do? Like, yeah, it's a cool idea. I just think there's enough opportunity for this board to be reopened. There's enough life left here. I don't want to keep a V. I would rather just keep riding the equity train here. And again, any bingo the bot has, you know, see, like, either placement of Lubies is going to give me back big counterplay. Oh, I didn't see a Rame, actually. Yeah, I was really struggling on this turn. Like I said, I was so tempted to play Maul, which might still be the right play. I just, again, there's too many plays that spook me, like Flock and Juke, Hoof, that kind of thing on the bottom left. Like, I just did not want to allow that. I mean, it's possible, like I said, Maul is correct. I don't know about Aram over Aware, honestly. I should have seen Aram. I thought about Ream first. I really, really liked keeping the M. The M is such a nice tile to go here. To go here next to the Eye of Vespid. It's just so much better than the W on this board. It actually is probably worth a 7-point sacrifice. I should have absolutely considered a Rame, but I'm fine with my decision to play Aware, and it worked out pretty well. Yeah, the bot so quickly played Loaf here. Interesting. I guess, yeah, leaving 2 in the bag does make sense for timing, and it just probably wants to get rid of its F because there's so many other high scorers left. Yeah, Monk just, like, should win every time here, and yeah, the bot is dead. Yeah, see, like, this is exactly what you need to not do, guys, in this situation. Because I think after this, I'm J-stuck. I don't know if I'd actually lose. I might be up enough, but, like, that is just not... I actually probably do lose, because Oda and High is a lot. Yeah, now I'm curious if, like... I mean, this is the... Like, Hastybot might actually lose this endgame, which is hilarious. So, like, that puts me up... That puts me at 432. Bot is getting 16. It only would need 46. 47 to win, 46 to tie. It's probably getting that. I mean, High is 12, 13, 34. So it needs 13 with an R and a U. Maybe it isn't getting that. I don't know. It's closer than I'd want it to be, that's for sure. Yeah, it actually probably is not really getting a whole lot for that U. So maybe by some miracle, I would actually hold on. But like I said, not a line there's any reason for me to go into here. Much better to do Verb what I did. I guess K-Bar is that... Well, I don't know if EJ, though, is going to work. Yeah, actually, this might result in a stick, too, guys. Because I don't think the E actually helps me play off the J. Yeah, I think Verb is my best endgame here. But, of course, plays High and I go out. Yeah, very happy, guys, with how I played this game. Very, very happy. Should have probably considered a Rame on the Aware turn. I don't even think it was better, but... yeah, really no faults with how I played this game. Very solid game of Scrabble here. Good win. We pad our lead even more in the series, and let's hope we can keep it up Wednesday. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate your support, and I will see you all soon for the next one. Bye-bye.